Hello everyone. The topic today's lecture is dental manpower. These are the contents of the lecture. The concept of dental team is used to describe the providers of dental care, all of whom perform different roles and functions. They undergo different training and work together to provide care to dental patients. A dentist is a person licensed to practice dentistry under the laws of the appropriate state, territory, or nation. And the laws ensure that to obtain a license, a person must obtain the required qualifications. Dental auxiliary is defined as a person who is given responsibility by a dentist so that he or she can also help dentist in providing dental care, but who himself is or herself is not qualified with a dental degree. This definition was given in the year 1960 by Slug. Dental auxiliary is also known as dental ancillary in UK, and it is a generic term for all person who assists the dentist in treating patients. WHO classified dental manpower in the year 1967 into two. One is non-operating auxiliaries and second is operating auxiliaries. Under non-operating auxiliaries come clinical and laboratory. In the clinical, person who assists the professional dentist in his or her clinical work but does not carry out any independent procedures in the oral cavity, and laboratory people are the person who assess the professional by carrying out certain technical laboratory procedures like denture fabrication or working in the labs, etc. Under dental auxiliary, it can be categorized as non-operating and operating. Under non-operating, they are known as dental surgery assistant, dental secretary or receptionist, dental laboratory technicians, dental health educator. And under operating comes school dental nurse, dental therapist, dental hygienist, expanded function dental auxiliaries. New types of dental manpower is also introduced, known as dental licentiate, dental aides, community dental health coordinator, oral preventive assistant, advanced dental hygiene practitioners. Now we'll start covering the non-operating auxiliaries. Dental surgery assistant. In 1885, Dr. C. Edmund Kells of New Orleans introduced the first lady in attendance, and the which was commonly used. One this include a dental assistant, chairside dental assistant, etc. Person who assists the dentist with clinical work but does not independently carry out any procedures in the mouth of the patients directly. They help in smooth running of the clinical areas and enable the dentist to spend more time providing actual dental care to the patients. The assistant helped the dentist by arranging the instruments, and their duties were managing of instruments, sterilization, cleansing, looks after the general well-being of the patient, and patient's reception and appointment, making duties, etc., are all done by them. Then next comes the dental secretary or the receptionist, the person who assists the dentist with his or her secretarial work and patient reception duties, like putting up their appointments and making them comfortable at the reception areas. And next comes the dental laboratory technicians, person who works in laboratory constructing dental appliances for the prescription of the dentist. His or her specific duties are fabrication of denture, making of splints, fabrication, orthodontic appliances, fabricating inlays and onlays. Dental health educator is a person who take the responsibility of educating on simple and useful information of oral and dental health for the community. A person who is, in spite of not being professional, is permitted to carry out certain treatment procedure in the mouth under the direction and supervision of the dentist. They are called dental health educator. Next comes the operating auxiliaries, under which school dental nurse comes as a first. They became into existence in New Zealand in the year 1923 to deal with a large amount of dental disease present among the school children. Prevent dental nurses and therapists are trained in some countries to provide preventive services only, usually in a school dental services. Training of dental nurse takes place over a 2 year period. Upon completion of training, each nurse is assigned to a school where she is employed to provide regular dental care to approximately 450 to 700 children. Their duties were to examination, diagnosis, and treatment for caries and periodontal diseases, repairs, cavity restoring with silver amalgam, silicate restoration, extraction of primary teeth, oral prophylaxis, application of topical fluorides, dental health education, use of infiltration anesthesia, referral of complex cases to nearby dentists. Next comes the dental hygienist. Dental hygienist was first employed in the year 1906 in a private dental practice in the USA. And in 1930, the first formal training course for the hygienist was started. A dental hygienist is an operating auxiliary license to practice dental hygiene under the laws and appropriate state, province, territory, or nation. Dental hygienists must satisfy certain qualifications such as completing of approval period of education, demonstration of competence, demonstration of satisfactory personal qualities. In most places, hygienists work under the supervision of dentists. Their duties are scaling, polishing, topical application of fluoride, dental health education. In some countries, they're permitted to make radiographs, make impression, preparation of it, study model, and polish restoration. Training period of dental hygiene is 1 to 2 years. Expanded function dental auxiliary, also known as EFTA, is usually a dental assistant or a dental hygienist in some cases who has received further training in duties related to patients, although still working under the direct supervision of a dentist. Dental auxiliary utilization program, which train dental in 400 dentistry and later for training in expanded auxiliary management programs. The duties were placing of rubber dams, like taking x-rays, placing amalgam restoration, applying topical fluorides, applying dentist desensitizing agents, applying pit and fissure, uh, placing carving and polishing amalgam restoration, placing and finishing composite restoration, placing rubber dams, taking impression, pouring cast, removing sutures, removing and replacing ligatures. It's a 1 year training program. Some other terms to be known are licensure and registration and denturist. Effects of auxiliaries on dental education is accepted more and more by dental profession. Dental students should be trained to work with auxiliaries. Dental auxiliary utilization program initiated the training of dental students in modern method of working with dental surgeon, surgery assistant, and also the practice is called 400 dentistry. Team training, TEAM, that is training in expanded auxiliary management program, a plan to make funds available for teaching dental students to work with, manage, and supervise dental health teams comprising both operating and non-operating auxiliaries. Dental licentiate are this type should be semi-independent, operator trained for not less than 2 years, responsible at national level or at a regional level to a fully trained dentist in chief or local health services. Duties performed by them includes prophylaxis, cavity preparation, drainage of dental apps, treatment of periodontal disease, early recognition of more serious dental conditions, and dental aid. This type of dental auxiliary is of even briefer training period who could perform functions somewhat similar to those of the medical corpsmen. Duties performed by them include relief of pain, extraction under local anesthesia, control of bleeding, help in transportation of the patient to a higher centers or hospitals. Training period is from 4 to 6 months, and frontier auxiliaries in developed countries, dentists remain in the urban centers and number of the areas too distant from the public or private dental offices for an inhabitant to receive regular comprehensive care or emergency pain relief is very large. Duties are oral prophylaxis, basic dental health education, dental first aid to be provided, patient referred to nearby dentist, organized fluoride rinse program, perform simple denture repairs, and 1 week training program was conducted for frontier auxiliaries in Alaskan communities, 40 or more miles from the nearest dentist. Benefits of using auxiliaries is training a dental auxiliary. It is essential that those people who plan or organize dental care service should be aware of the program problems, and only with this can better utilization of dental auxiliary be made. Okay, in this scenario is there is maldistribution of dental profession in the urban area, catering to the population. In such circumstances, services of dental auxiliary in meeting the dental needs of the deprived segments of the population will be significant. So we will conclude that some task actually requires more than 2 hands, and other than task more quickly or better performed. One or more workers can find themselves to one part of the task, leaving the other part to the workers, which will in turn result in speed and accuracy. Dental auxiliaries help to give a pleasing experience to patients as well as dentists by helping them chairside. Those who receive full training can make their best services available to larger segment of the population. Hence, the training of dental auxiliary not only helps in tackling the major problems of the common dental diseases of the developing countries, but also philosophy of preventive disease can be practiced more efficiently. Here are the references. Thank you.